Thanks for staying with us. So, Monday, was it Monday? Lagos down, no, it's Tuesday.
Tuesday, yeah.
January 25th. June 25th, my case, because of you. Telepathy.
You didn't even get grabber. You better use it.
See,
telepathy, you
you
are
see,
yeah.
I just want to say to viewers, you see, God is a wonderful God.
You yes.
All the time. Because this girl, we always be saying, he's saying, what does she call it?
Yeah.
It's
Meanwhile,
what did I say?
She said January instead of June.
Can you imagine?
She said Monday instead of Tuesday.
Wednesday.
So this whole week, the three of you have been ganging up. In fact, yesterday was Dima or somebody that ganged up against me. Now you like, okay, this gang up spirit. Okay, we love you. God will vindicate me. All right, so on Tuesday, June 25th.
The way God vindicated me, Abby.
Yes. June 25th, Lagos State was shut down. In fact, Nigeria shut down because of a couple who were getting married on Tuesday. And there's so many layers to this wedding. We talked about it. There were online attendees, there were physical attendees, there were global attendees. There were so many people there, even in and around the venue, those who couldn't get inside. You know, so it was Davido and Chioma's wedding on Tuesday. And as excited and happy as many Nigerians were, some went really so excited about it because of all the issues that happened before it got to the point of marriage. But today we're going to try to dissect all the various levels, the pre, the during, and even the after of the wedding of Davido and Chioma. They call it Chivido 2024.
Chivido 2024.
So we're going to be breaking that down, and you can call us on 081 0764 1679 090 241 63440. You can also tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag YourViewTVC so we can read your tweet. Let's start with the pre. I don't know if you guys are willing to start with the pre. Pre meaning that all the things that happened. Yes, I think they started dating 2013 or so, and a lot had happened. And she got pregnant for him. They were together. They broke up, came back together. Then he cheated on her several times, and then people expected that she would walk away from that, but she didn't. She came back to him, and then even after they came back together, they lost a child together, and then he left music for about a year just to mourn, and then by the time he comes back, he's talking about marriage, getting married, and, you know, sealing their bond, and many felt that it was they felt uncomfortable with what Chioma coming back to him, what it meant for the young girl out there. That's one. Others said, you know, it was a compensation for all that she's been through. What are your thoughts on all that happened? Do you think it was a union that should have happened, or maybe things should have been reconsidered, considering all the circumstances surrounding it?
What's with the silence? Yeah, no problem. So first of all, I think we just talk about the fact that I watched a lot of the clips that was online. I thought it was a beautiful event. Yeah. It showcased our culture in such a way internationally that made me feel proud. Because I'm the sort of person that watch all the Oyinbo Hollywood things. So I was happy to say, see us too, we are right there, you know. But, you know, concerning all the story, where they're coming from, and so I would just say that this is why we say that marriage is really about your choice. You know, you can advise all you want to advise. You can have any opinion you want to have. In the end, these two adults made a decision for their lives, for better, for worse, and they are going to stick by it for better, for worse. Everything else is just opinion and, you know. Personally, I may have my own reservations because I feel that, over the years, she has not been treated well. But we saw the wedding. He looked like he really loves his wife. You know, he was all over her, quite excited, happy for the, you know, for the event. And I'm saying, I hope this carries into the into the marriage proper. But when you look at it, there's a reason why she's there, in spite of everything, you know. And that's why people say that everybody has what is their deal breakers. So obviously for her, these may not have been her deal breakers. And that's the thing also about love. It's hard for you to understand it completely if you're on the outside. You know, no matter what it is that I have been through, or no matter what we feel this person has done to her, she can see beyond it and love him and decide to be his wife and be married to him. And he also, who knows, maybe this is in his own way of saying, I want to assure you going forward that you will be respected, you will be loved beyond anything. And finally, what I saw was also a girl looking at a boy and saying, yes, this is who you are. These are your strengths and these are your flaws, and this is what I'm going to stick to. But for the rest of us, we will just give our opinion and our choices. These people have made a decision for better, for worse.
You see, let me come to you because there's a post I read. I said that it's amazing how all these religious Nigerians were all celebrating and getting excited. But forgetting that this man is a serial cheat, and this man had baby mamas, and then even the girl was a girl that had a child out of wedlock. It's not the Nigerian story of go to school, graduate, get a job, meet a guy. You know, that perfect story we kind of raise our girls to. And yet, everybody's celebrating. So are we being hypocritical? It's like one second you're celebrating this and you condemn it. Somebody said it was a church member that did this. The whole church will condemn her. That how can you? Well, you know, they will ostracize her. Even the boy will be ostracized. So why are we being so hypocritical, do you think?
Yeah, because I know that society plays different when it comes to the rich. From time immemorial, even from the scriptures that were written. There's always this, they make like the rules for the general people, but when you cross from being the general person to a wealthy person, the rules sort of change for you, and it plays out in every sphere of life, right? And that's what we see playing out. So we on the other side can see that, say, hey, but if it was this person, if it was that person, Akani and Adero, the same. All hands are not equal, and that's what we see play out. But for me, I'm beginning to realize that sometimes we assume that everybody will follow the straight path. The life is black and white, and we forget that there are a lot of grays in between. There are a lot of mixed colors in between, and everybody's path is not that straight cut out trajectory where we say you do this from this step, then you move to the next step, and you move to the next step before you get to that point. And for some people, their movement starts from the back. For others, it starts from the middle. And that's what we see. So I would not say that it's not a perfect story, because it is perfect in itself. Life itself is not perfect, but we were made perfectly in the imperfections. So the idea for every woman is that your child graduates from school, gets a respectable man, you know, doesn't have a child out of wedlock, blah, blah, blah. That's the idea. And that's what we have created to see as, okay, this is the perfect, right? But even in that life, we have seen people who had to go through the other ways because they didn't get that perfection, either by choice or by mistake or whatever it is. But then at the end of the day, they get to their goal and they get to their path.
We want that
and they
for
get
our
to
child.
their It's not about what I want for my child.
Because people are saying, oh, would you want that for your child?
Wait. It's not about what I want for my child. It's about my child's overall happiness. And because I do not have the blueprint of my child, I don't know which one they will take. I can only hope and pray that at the end of the day, you see the purpose for which you were born, you will get there. How you are going to get there, I don't know. Let me give you a quick example. You know when Joseph in the Bible was having all of those dreams and was seeing his father and his mother bowing to him, and it seemed like, okay, that's how it was going to go. He did not get the process. He did not see the process of that bowing in the dream. He saw the end goal. And then when the process came, it was painful one. He was sold. He was put in prison. You know, all the things that he had to go through. But he got to the end. So the prayer is that whatever these young people have to go through, do they get to the end of their purpose? And if you have this mindset, it also reduces how you judge your children because they will make mistakes. It will happen. You say if you made mistakes and somehow God found a way of
covered.
Yes. And then we didn't have social media to expose all of us with all the bad things that we did, you know. So at the end of the day, are they happy? What I saw in that video, the marriage, the clips that I saw, because I was working. We didn't have time to sit down and attend the wedding. We're reading scripts back and forth, shooting and all of that. But if you, sometimes when you're on a break, you can quickly look at, I saw some, and I saw the joy in both of their faces. I did not see it in one and not the other. They were both at their level. They were both happy. And we can only wish them the best. But saying whether it's perfect or not perfect, we are flawed by design.
Okay, let me come to you. What are your thoughts? I mean, the whole drama that happened, do you think, we'll come to the wedding in a second, but the whole thing that happened, do you think that, what do you think, what do you make of it?
I think that, well, you see, I didn't really watch it. I saw a few clips online, but I didn't really watch it. But what I saw, he really likes her. He he has decided he loves her, and obviously she loves him for her to still be there.
Yeah.
You know, so, and for me,
That's it.
That's it. That's it. And look, the best thing of all, he has the money. Omo.
Right here.
Hey! If Nami be herself. Come
But
on.
let's talk about the money.
Let us, I mean, when your offense, give her how much, Benz will just appear, Porsche she will just melt. All of us here, like, we will not melt.
Let's talk about the money for a second.
We're all melted.
We all melt.
Melted.
Let's talk about the money for a second, because people are saying that, the reason why she went back to him or took him back is because of this money. And others will say, well, this girl went to backup university. Her parents are not poor because it's a private university in Nigeria. That is the same school that he went to. So obviously she's not from a extremely poor background where her family cannot fend for themselves. So why would you say she's there for the money? But do you think money played a part? Let me come back to you, YK, in this whole thing, because people, I mean, it's possible. Why? No, let me rephrase my question. Yeah. Why is it difficult for people to believe that she actually truly loved the man? Why is it so convenient to assume it's because of the money?
I don't think she didn't love him. I think she loves him.
I'm talking about general perception.
Well, everybody has their opinion. So people can say it's because of money. People can say...
Once you have money, everything is because of money.
You know? But obviously, there was something that attracted her to him in the first place. Yeah. And obviously, there are things that annoyed her about him. Yeah. So they broke up many times. Yeah. And she broke up and they would follow themselves from what I heard. You know, so there was that chemistry between them. Yeah.
Yes.
The money just made it all the much better.
Yeah. So,
I like it.
See, money makes things extra glittery, extra beautiful. That's something that money does. There's some sins that money will can cover that. There's some things that money just enhances. So money is an enhancer of good things. So whatever is good, money enhances it and makes it even better. So there's something also about money, which is, it can, as I said earlier, cover some sins. So that's why some people will tell you, look beyond the money and see who it is that you are planning to live the rest of your life with. Because that money can be a screen. Now, did she marry him because of the money? I'm like, why is that a question? Because I've seen women who have stayed with people who have treated them just the way, as we have described Davido treating Chioma, and the person did not have any money. And people stayed back. And people will say, it must be because he can do it in the... You know, we are constantly finding a reason for why people make decisions. And sometimes it's just because this is their choice. You know, it's like we're wanting to excuse them, like, oh, if not for the money, she may not have. The money is confusing her. Or he's so good in the other room, that's why she can't leave him. In the end, it's just that they just love this person and they want to be with this person. But are we going to say we don't see the money? Of course, we all see the money and we all see the good that money can bring. And we're just saying, at least for most people, I think, is I hope that you know him beyond the money and you're willing to stay with him. And then enjoy the money as it comes with it.
I just wanted to say something, you know, because a lot of people never understood my mom. And my father did not have money.
Good example.
My mom stayed with my father through thick and thin. And when I say thick and thin, he was very thin. Because
the thin was bigger than the thick.
The women that were flaunted in front of her, up to the point where he married 27 wives. I remember her being very livid, but she didn't leave him. And even, she never divorced him right up till she died. She stopped, other room business, but she stayed faithful. She never had another boyfriend. In fact, we used to be, mommy, fine, babe. She would not even answer us. You are just talking on. She said, there's only one man for me, and that man is fella.
Okay, but I want to stay on that for a second. I want to stay on that for a second because that's my worry. People don't believe that happens anymore. Because a few people around me just feel like, they're saying that it has to be the money because they are trying to define it. They kept insisting because they don't believe true love exists ever again. It's like, there's no way you stay with somebody that cheats on you. There's no way you stay with somebody that does this to you. This is impossible in the minds of the average person out there. So it has to be because of either the other room or it has to be because of something. So it's so difficult today for us to believe that kind of love that your mother had still exists.
So your belief or your not belief has nothing on them. Even if it's because of money, it is her choice. It's okay to be because of money. People make decisions based off of whatever they want to place it on. You may ask her and she says it's love. You may ask another person and the person says it's money. There's no problem in that. So who made it a law or who made it a sin that you cannot marry for money? Back in the day when we're having marriage transactions and arrangements, it was because of political class, it was because of wealth, it was because of protection, it was because of territorial integrity. People had reasons of getting into marriage, and it's okay. As long as you can chest your reason, own your reason, and you have nothing to defend yourself about, nothing. It's my choice. I want to stay here, whether they are popoing me or not. I'm the one that has chosen to stay here. The problem is where you're not able to own your choice, and you're looking for people to blame. And that's where people's imputes now get into the place. If you can own it, I chose this life because I don't want, I had a friend when we were back in school, and she always said she will marry a very wealthy person. In fact, if you come and toast her, you don't have a car, nothing for you. We could not kill her. That was her choice. Some of us decided to follow students. Thank God it worked out. Others decided to follow workers. Thank God it worked out. Sometimes it doesn't work out. There are people who followed students, like I did, who it didn't work out for. And they were not there for the money, they were there for love. And it still didn't work out. Whatever reason you have picked, it may work out, it may not work out. There are no guarantees in life. So I think we should just allow people to be themselves and enjoy what it is they want. See, Auntie, if it's money that you were following, Auntie, chop that money very well. I can give you tips on how to spend it.
All right, now let's come to the wedding. So that
I can assure you she does. She's been there long enough.
See her now.
So, I mean, the glow was just out of this world. I mean, I've seen Chioma, follow her on the social media. So I know Chioma, but that
I like
glow,
the way she says.
that glow on that, I'm like, what happened to you? Like,
it's a wedding.
Oh my goodness.
If you don't glow on your wedding, you can never glow again.
Like, a wedding. She was just blossoming. Anyway, so let's come to that
People
day.
glow after the wedding.
Let's come to the day of the wedding. All the things that happened. I don't know where you want to start from, Mariam. There's so many angles to start from. Should we, I mean, like...
You want to start with the fashion? You want to start with the families?
Yeah, let's start with the families. Because one of the, I think Nima mentioned this yesterday also, that one of the downsides for her was the fact that we didn't see enough of the wife's family. You know, the Davido, the Adeleke family somewhat drowned. That's on the blogs. So hoping that the family pictures hopefully should have them. But we didn't see much of them because the mother was so gorgeous. I mean, this one deserved some airtime on the blog. She deserved some visibility. She was beautiful. So that also part. People felt that we didn't see enough of her family. And the issue of should the wedding have happened in Lagos versus her hometown, all that too was it.
Okay, about seeing more of her family. Yes. So first of all, I think a lot of us need to calm down. The marriage the reason we know of this marriage and know of these people is because of the popularity of Davido. In fact, I didn't even know of the Adeleke family until Davido. So some people knew, you know, they've been wealthy, yes, but the fame and popularity came on the back of Davido's career, music career. So, of course, you know that when it comes to fame and when it comes to following and the videos and the pictures, it will highlight Davido. It will also highlight his family because there's something that being wealthy brings to you a lot of people. Now, if you are watching the videos from maybe Chioma's family, people and her whatever, you will see more of her family. You know, what you are seeing is the marketing angle of this. The people that are carrying their phones want you to watch even more of what they are posting. And the person that you know, in America, when they are watching, you think they are looking for Chioma's mom, they're looking for Davido and Davido's dad. You know, that was just the marketing part. But in the real sense of it, the families know those who are important. So definitely there will be pictures and videos depending on who it is that you're watching. And I feel that a lot of us, we tend to do that too much. And if you were not at the event, did you see them being sidelined at the event? If you were at the event, you would have seen them sitting, you know, in places of honor, just like the Adeleke family. They came out to dance with the children and given the same respect. But if you're looking through the different lens, then that's on you. It's not on how they were, you know, treated. Concerning where they did I don't know, but I heard recently there's a cultural thing But I know of people who live in Japan. They don't come back to the East to have their weddings. Why should it be specifically her own wedding? You know, people travel all over the world. They live in different places. And did they give the respect and honor to the father and her parents, you know, as they were supposed to? If they did that, then I think it's fine. I think sometimes because we have so much to talk about, we just keep digging for other things that not.
I was just going to first of all ask, because I noticed I think it's the bride's family that wore yellow, and Morayo wore yellow that day. Did you know?
I didn't know. I just
did you wear yellow?
I've seen some videos.
Okay, I saw gold.
It was gold. I think it was gold. Yeah. But
no, she's in the spirit.
I'm in the spirit.
I really in the spirit.
So let me come to you.
Yes. So I don't like how we compare. That's one problem that we have as a people. There's nothing wrong in one family being more silent than the other. They are all happy on that day. Everybody will not shine at the same level, and it's okay. So it's that comparison of we did not see much of. You cannot see much of because they are not there to outshine their daughter. They are there to give their daughter out and be happy with her. So whether you carry, and I like your analysis, because the people who are putting the cameras are looking for those people that will drive you to their, now markets that they said, drive you to their blogs. So whether even they are not looking for, and those people are very silent people, are we supposed to crucify them for that? She came from a very quiet family. Yes, you can tell from the mother's demeanor and all of. They're not loud people, so would they expect to pick up another personality? Maybe they'll carry BC's personality that day so that people will see them. No, it doesn't work that way. So we can try as much as possible to avoid that comparison. And that's what drives a lot of people to doing what they are not supposed to, so that people will now see me, that I cannot come and hide myself, and then you go overboard. Now, secondly, the other issue about tradition. I know that culturally, when you're coming to marry somebody, you come to the father's house. Now, the father's house can be anywhere. Nobody says we must go back to the village. If they did not grow up in the village, they've never been to the village. But the father's house could be in Lagos, it could be in Japan, it could be in China, wherever it is, but it will be done from the father's house. But I heard that they had paid the dowry, right, before that day. That one was just the celebration. Okay. Now, that celebration can be done anywhere. The dowry payment was done in the father's house, and that is what the culture holds. I remember in my own time, because we had to split the different occasions because of the differences. My father stays in Delta State. My mom stays in Lagos, and my in-laws stay in Lagos, right? So my dowry was paid in Delta State. That was now what we did as the traditional marriage in Delta State. And my father told me, Papa and Play, I'm not coming to Lagos for your wedding. I have given you out in marriage. I've collected the bride price. Any other celebrations you want to do, I am not doing. He told me he was not coming. So by the time we did the wedding, of course, when he's not coming, where will I do it? I had to be in my in-laws' place. Right? And then you say it's not cultural. No. There are certain things that once you do the traditional rites, the celebration is for the people. The family have been settled. They have given out their...
I don't think the Southeast culture was quite highlighted more than usual, which I really thought was really important. I like, because I think it was also in honor on the fact that we should be doing this in the East, or we should be doing this because we're coming to come and get a wife from this state. So that state was well represented at that event. It was like, we are coming here to pick a girl from the Southeast. We're bringing her home. So I like the fact that the Igbo culture was very highlighed and amplified in that celebration.
Because recently, Made married an Igbo girl.
Exactly.
And we didn't go to the East.
The family stayed here.
The dowry was paid. His family her family stays in Lagos.
Okay.
So what he did was, because we had to do introduction where we went, first of all, just the family. Nobody would know. And he said the dowry he will take by himself to the East. Which
we know this.
Oh, really? So he went to the East?
No.
Not Made,
the father.
Father.
Okay, to the family in the East.
To the family in the East.
Nice.
That is allowed in the culture.
Nice.
So
Nigerians, we know this. Now, we just want to argue.
I was saying, let's do it at the shrine. But they were not having any of that.
Okay.
So it was a venue of their choice.
Yes, okay.
So you don't have to go. Right. I don't think from experience you don't have to go to the East.
Yes.
You can stay here, but the family, it was an Igbo wedding. No, there was
usually there's the bride, where the bride is from. That's really the bride's
everything
wedding.
we did was geared towards their tradition, not
Less of hours.
Much less of hours.
Yes.
So it doesn't matter, I think, where you do it. And I mean, I've seen pictures that they're showing now online, and I think she looks so beautiful.
Oh, YK.
She looks.
You would have felt the beauty when you're seeing it live. You will enjoy the beauty. And let's go.
Auntie was not live. You were on the phone like the rest of us.
Mama, you were supposed to be walking.
I don't understand.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.